And
Yes.
the hardest thing to kind of really get it done is when you're not really the best version of yourself.
If Sunny needs my help, I can help Sunny. And then if other person needs Sunny's help, Sunny can help. That has been my mantra and it's working.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Welcome to IT by Design's Culture and Career Corner with CEO Sunny Kaila. Today's guest is Dio Malig-on, Executive Assistant with IT by Design. Today, they chat about her career journey, keeping focused as a mother in the workforce, advice for the next generation, and so much more. Over to you, Sunny.
So, Dio, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sunny, for the longest time. I am very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, so you have been inviting a lot of people, and this is about time that we invite someone who invites other people. So, first of
Right.
all, a lot of gratitude. This is the Thanksgiving month that we are a lot more intentional about being thankful for what we have in life and being grateful. So one line item on my being grateful list is having a wonderful, wonderful team member with me, which is Dio.
Hmm.
And so you are in my so you are one of those team members where it's always pleasant to work with you, and you're such a wonderful, wonderful human being. And that's where we're going to start right now. We want to get to know you more. So why don't you share your kind of journey, like who are you, who you are, So yeah, so talk to me a little bit about who is Dio and your life journey and your career journey.
Thank you, Sunny. So, hello, everyone. Let me start. So, by introducing myself, my name is Dio. I am a working mom and is blessed to have a 10-year-old kid with autism. So, I have started my career journey with ITBD April 11 this year. So, I was hired an executive assistant to the CEO. And to be honest, I'm very anxious given for the fact that this is my first job to be assigned to a CEO. The day I started, I considered every day as a learning opportunity for me. It's very rare for a CEO to, exert time and effort to train his or her EA. But I'm very grateful and blessed that Sunny was very kind and able to do that for me. And his commitment in sharing best practices helped me so much of who I am today, personally and professionally.
Appreciate that, Dio, and that feeling is mutual. So when you have good people around you, you want them to do better, you want them to develop, you want them to create that bigger future with you. So it's a blessing to be surrounded with great people like you. Okay, so I want to learn a little bit more. So you have a 10-year-old, right, Dirk?
Yes,
He's
Dirk.
10. Yeah, he's just, yeah, now he just he probably just celebrated his double digit. uh,
He did.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more there, because I know just being a mother is tough. When especially you are a mother and you're a professional, and then on top of that, when you're a single mother, that's even more tougher. And then on top of that, when you have a child with autism, it's even more tougher. So how are you creating that balance? Because you're always happy when you get on the call, you have great kind of attitude, that, state of mind. You're always positive. And how do you do this, man, with all these challenges in life, right? So tell us a little bit more there, how you are able to keep yourself so much positive focus and a happy person when you have everything, a lot of responsibilities as a mother and mother of a 10-year-old with autism.
So thank you, Sunny, for that question. So let me start with my motherhood journey. So I am a BS Ecology graduate. And then when I gave birth to Dirk, definitely we are expecting him to be normal. When he hit the age of 2 years old, um, one of the owners of the school asked me if ever I'm open to do or to have an assessment. And as a psychology graduate, of course, I'm very open with that. And by the time that Dirk was diagnosed with autism, I never felt bad. To be honest, I considered it as a blessing. Not most people are gifted to have kids, but I was gifted to have one, and with maybe a ribbon or a perk with with having a condition of autism. I'm blessed, Sunny, to have my mom, my sister, and my friends who are there to support me. It takes a village to raise a kid, but for me, I think it needs maybe two or three village to raise a kid with autism.
Hmm.
When he was diagnosed during that time, people are not open or they're not well educated about autism. They think if your kid has autism or maybe having tantrums, the mom is a bad mom. She was not able to discipline her kid. But definitely by the time that Dirk was diagnosed with autism, I did my best. I find an OT or an occupational therapist to help him out. In the house, we made sure that we are doing our part as a guardian to support him. As the time goes by, Sunny, my disposition has been very happy because also Dirk has developed that specific achievement. Not all kids with autism can speak, can understand. There is an emotional challenge, of course, but then again, just seeing him appreciate or tell me, "Mommy, Mama, I love you so much. Thank you for my food. Thank you for my toy. It means everything." So if you
Yeah.
ask me why I'm happy, because my son is happy.
Mhm. Yeah, that's beautiful. So I think, yeah. So I think what I'm hearing, Dio, you say is more of, like having that support system around you, from your mother to everyone else. To me, when you mentioned village, it's more like a community, right, around
Yes,
you. That community, and we were talking about this morning, how you can be a person with a very high level of resilience, right? Because life is going to bring you challenges, and it's going to be different challenges for different people, and everyone's struggle is different. But one life skill that always can help us throughout our life is our resilience muscle. When life brings those challenges and something happens and we feel that that things are not going our way, how can we bounce back, right? So it really comes down to resilience. And one of the C out of 5 C's that we were sharing this morning during Health by Design session for our team members is community. So that community aspect that you have around you, what I'm hearing is it is helpful, right? But at
it
the
is.
same time, there are other 5 C's that I want to share with our viewers, is that resilience comes from 5 elements: that community, compassion, confidence, commitment, and centering yourself, right? So, like, there is that compassion involved, that you have compassion for yourself, that there is that confidence that, hey, yes, the challenge is there, but you have the confidence to deal with challenge. You are committed to yourself and your son and people around you, so that commitment piece is there. And I'm sure that your hand, like following some kind of practice with staying centered, knowing where you are, and then having some, could be breathing that you I know you do, to anything else that you do to stay centered, stay present. So those kind of strategies do help build a resilience muscle that can help us to deal with hardship and difficulties in life, and really still be that positive, focused person of gratitude, no matter what is going on in our life, right? So it's a choice
I
that we
agree.
make. So I think
It
it's a
is.
nice segue to our next question. And I'm going to come back to ITBD culture. I know one of the questions that I wanted to ask you was how you feel about culture, but we're going to come back to that question. First, I just want to get into more your like greatest life lessons that you have learned so far. So, can you share with us, with this life journey, that you have traveled so far, what are your top three lessons that you would like to share with our viewers?
So I am blessed to have the book by Kevin Brown. So I have read like the first part, and definitely first of my life lesson is be your best and do your best. That's one. So you know yourself more than anyone else. Let's admit that. So be the best version of you, like as a friend, a sibling, a parent, an employee, or even an entrepreneur. So, as a mom to Dirk, Sunny, I am being my best and doing my best in molding Dirk to be independent and most especially support his passion. For arts, that's number one. So, I'm always here to support his passion. I cannot ask or demand everyone to understand or adjust to his situation or condition. But what I can do with all my best is to prepare him for the real battle outside. That's first. Then
Hmm.
second is serve others well. When you are passionate about helping, serving others will come naturally. So I have been very intentional in helping Sunny, especially I know that I can help, of course. That's always my line. How can I help? So I have been blessed as well, again, with surrounded by people or community or my village who is genuinely there to help me out. Paying it forward really creates a beautiful impact. Just making someone smile, especially seeing Sunny smile every morning, and I think I did the right thing. Then yeah. So the lastly, Sunny is be kind. So this is an experience that I will never forget. Dirk was 4 years old that time. So he's still learning to comprehend and speak, especially with kids with autism. They have the challenges in the growing up years. So constant meltdowns is our daily routine. So since he cannot express what he wants or what he needs, so we're there in a toy store, and then Dirk started to cry so loud, and then resulted to lying down on the floor. So what
Hmm.
happened was he likes a very expensive toy. That's the thing. That's why he really cried. So due to the communication gap, as much as I want to explain to him that we can't afford that or this is not the toy for you, he didn't understand. So that situation broke my heart. But when I started to look around, like the people surrounded us, it that breaks me more. Wherein I can hear unpleasant words. Then we need to understand that each of us, again, has our own battles. We encounter, in some sense, where our judgment and our patience is being tested. But then again, at the end of the day, we just need to choose to be kind.
Yeah.
So yeah, that are my
Yeah.
three life lessons.
Yeah, no, those are beautiful lessons. So just what I heard you say is that be your best, do your best is lesson number one, right?
Yes.
That yeah, because when you have that, then it's really you are being your best and doing your best gives you that personal satisfaction that hey, you are going above and beyond than your capabilities, your like overall what do you have, you're doing more, and then serving others well. So that mindset along with the first mindset is really beautiful, because when you're a person of that mindset where you are always thinking how can I serve others well, and you are automatically taken care of, right? For
Yes.
example, when you said okay, just seeing me smile every morning gives you a smile. That's an example. That's like overall shows that it's not just the mindset, it's your practice as well, that you love being my hero, right? So what happens is that when you are serving someone else with that mindset, with that heart, then of course you are attracting similar mindset people, and those mindset also are serving mindsets, and they will do their best to add value back to you. They will be your
Yes.
heroes, right? And then being kind, and yes, that's that's a that's a mantra that can help all of us to a level where sometimes we don't see the value of being kind. It is so valuable because you cannot go wrong being a kind person. And we all have our moments, right? But at the same time, as long as you mean well, your heart is there to serve other people, even in those moments, people will know that if you're a kind person, you're not a kind person. And it is really a mindset that can create a lot of positive environment around you, and it can give uh, good experience to a lot of people that you're serving. It can really make a positive impact on a lot of lives, and that's what life is all about. How many lives we can make a positive impact on, right? So be your best, do your best. Number one. Number two, serve others well. Number
Well,
three, be kind.
yes.
So let's do one more quick review of this. So, like, I know next generation is different. And I'm not saying, that they are much more smarter. They're much more resourceful. They want to do more in their life, right? So a lot of people say, "Oh, Gen Zs and millennials," and it's just because sometimes the like my generation will think that, oh, they are not doing this, but it's really they are doing what they are supposed to do in their generation, because their overall the world that they live in is different, right? So,
Right.
like, what is your advice to the next generation when it comes to, yes, be your best, do your best, but what can they do to develop a habit to be their best and do their best? Habit perspective.
For habit perspective, so Sunny, I have a younger sister, which we have a 10 years gap, which I believe she's really young. So one
Hmm.
thing that I always remind her is if ever you're passionate about your craft, make sure that you're happy.
Hmm.
Second is you're not hurting anyone. And third one is you're creating a positive impact, not only to yourself, but also to the one that you're working or you're dealing with. So definitely, I think it applies to all generation. But again, you're right. They are different. They have their own ways and means in being passionate with everything. But yeah, in totality, just making sure you're not hurting yourself or anyone, and be having that positive impact to the one you're working or you're dealing with.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. That if you are, creating that happiness, creating, that compassion for yourself and person of compassion for others, and then of course you make that positive impact, right?
Yes.
Yes. And when it comes to serving others people well, I know at work we know you, what you do, and you're always okay. Yes, what can I do to help you? What can I do to make your life easier? What are you doing outside of the working hours to serve? Is there anything else that you're doing that you want to share? What are you doing to serve humanity?
So I'm blessed that I have a flexible working schedule now. So right after work, I am completely a mom. So what I'm doing right now is I make sure that I am with Dirk, especially with his needs, Sunny. And in school, we have a specific a team of moms. Wherein if we can exert help to other moms who are having hard time understanding their kids, then we are
Mhm.
there. It's like a support group for autism moms. Because not all parents, Sunny, can really take it positively. They're self-blaming, which I truly understand, and blaming themselves and what happened. But then again, we are at the present, and that's one of the things that I want to share to all of your viewers, that there's a specific community that you can share your experience and learn from them. So in my end, I have a community for autism moms. Like, we share what we learned at home, what are the best practices.
Okay, awesome. So find a community that you want to serve, and what you are serving is what is so near and dear to you is other mothers where they're going through the same kind of situation, right? So they have the same situation, and you guys are sharing your experiences, and have being part of that community helps, and it's helps you serve with what you know, and also kind of really gives you a support system as well. And okay, so when it comes to, I know, I mean, being kind, right? It's hard to do. It's easier said than done. And
Yes.
the hardest thing to kind of really get it done is when you're not really the best version of yourself. Means it's a situation that's bothering you, it's a person that's bothering you. We all have our bother list with people that we work with, we live with, we interact with. So those in those situations, being kind is tough. So
It
what
is.
advice do you have for people where they can take a tool or take some time kind of thinking to adopt being kind during, when they are dealing with difficult people?
So it's a very good question, Sunny. I have been through a lot as well. But my one piece of advice is learn to empathize. The person needing your help really needs your help. There's a reason for that, right? So just put yourself on their shoes if ever you are the one needing help and no one is helping you out. So what will happen? So definitely it's like a cycle. If Sunny needs my help, I can help Sunny. And then if other person needs Sunny's help, Sunny can help. So yeah, that has been my mantra and it's working.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so you go back to the being helpful, being useful center. That how can you be kind to that person, and there is probably even that person is not being, like you are not having a good day or good week. Even then, you can tap into that. Hey, how can I help? How can I do something for this person, right? And wherever the situation is difficult, to be kind. Even in those cases, you can figure it out how you can be kind in those situations, right? How would you describe ITBD culture?
So for ITBD culture, I have identified two. It's the work life balance culture and the culture of collaboration. So for work life balance, we are very intentional when it comes to work life balance. We are constantly reminded that we should be investing our time wisely. When you say wisely, we are being the CEO of our own mind, bodies, and spirit. So just popping this question is how can we perform well in work or take care of your kids, your partners, your siblings if you yourself is not taking good care of yourself, right? So every month we have that mental health awareness sessions. We always look forward to Simi and Sunny session because it's created a positive impact to us, not only to us employees but also to our families. And then for the culture of collaboration, we are encouraged to speak straight. This might not be common for other companies, but here in ITBD, we employees are encouraged to speak straight. And then our voice are being heard. Aside from that, we listen generously with our teammates. We need to acknowledge and we also appreciate for all the efforts that our teammates has done. And we are there and we're here for each other, always a helping hand.
Awesome. So thank you. Work-life balance, the culture of collaboration, and that is really, it kind of ties to your lessons as well, right? So I mean, that's how you can be kind when you are creating a very positive environment at work, learning and winning environment, culture of positivity, culture of being intentional about health, family, career, legacy, all those different aspects that where we can live a good life, ancient way of good life, if we can focus there. And then also I say, servant leadership type of culture that at least where I'm sitting, I always want to develop that servant leadership more and more, develop other leaders where they have servant leadership. And then it kind of really comes down to all layers, and it's really serving others, adding value to others culture. And then every day we're saying do your best, best, be your best, and do your best to win. But if you do fail to win, it's okay, don't call it a failure, call it a learning, right?
Yes.
So because we're not going to be able to win all the times, and it's okay. So as long as we are not repeating the mistake, it's okay. We just need to make sure that we learn from that experience to be better version of ourselves next time in that situation, right? And do better, and as people in that, to have better experience next time. So it's the same culture and learning connectivity there, that thread that I see. So thank you for sharing that. And our invitation to the world is that if you have those mindsets, you want to be part of a team where they are intentional about those mindsets and walking towards those mindsets more and more every day, you are invited to join our team. You're welcome to join our village, our community, and we will make sure that your future is bigger with us than anywhere else. Yeah, all we need is these mindsets. And then everything else, we're willing and committed to work with people. And thank you, Dio, for coming to my show. And you take care.
Thank you, Sunny. Take care.